Hey Hatties, hope you're all fine, dandy and well wherever you're watching this in the world today. Now, I know I've obviously just done a previous video with the Mississippi Mudslide and the White Russian. It was the exact same look. I was about to go get out of drag and I thought, you know what? Actually, I fancy doing another video because this is one that I did it a couple of days ago. Or probably sometime during the week. Unfortunately, I just wasn't feeling up to it. I wasn't feeling in the right frame of mind. I kind of had forced myself into drag in a negative headspace, and it just, whilst I was editing the video down, I was just like, this isn't working for me. So I kind of just gave up on everything. I actually made a post during that day saying that it was okay to give up on doing something mid-project because I'd gone to do a lip sync and again, still wasn't feeling great. So I was just like, you know what? I'm not in the right mindset. That isn't looking good. This isn't me presenting myself in the best light. So I just kind of left it be. But now what I'm going to present is doing a specialty coffee. Now you might be asking yourself, what is a specialty coffee? A specialty coffee, to me anyway, this is something that we did as part of a training evening during our steward training in the Air Force. I know we were allowed to get caffeinated and drunk. It was awesome. That was part of our training. Wine tasting, that was another part of our training. Yeah, tasting, spitting it back out. Yeah, that happened. Definitely not. Seeing some of your instructors absolutely hammered was super fun. But anyway, I digress. So a specialty coffee is coffee with alcohol in it. Different countries have different representations of what alcohol they want to put in it. You can get Caribbean coffee, which is obviously Malibu or coconut rum. I shouldn't specify brands, other brands are available, but Malibu. You can get, I believe an Italian coffee is Di Serrano. You can get a German coffee, which is Jägermeister. I don't understand why you'd want to put Jägermeister in coffee. Some people enjoy it. Obviously, an Irish coffee is Irish whiskey. A Scottish coffee is Scotch whiskey. An English coffee is actually gin. Again, I don't feel like I would enjoy that. I don't feel gin and coffee would go together, but I'm going to give it a try one day. Definitely worth it. However, what I'm going to do is, today I'm going to do a Scotch coffee with a blended whiskey. So the first thing we're going to grab is our cafetiere. Some people like to use a filter for this. I personally prefer to use a cafetiere because you can get multiple drinks out of it. And one of the things that I've learned whilst working in Starbucks is basically how to brew coffee properly, especially with a cafetiere. And you have the grind, the proportion, the water and the freshness. They're kind of your four fundamentals of brewing coffee. Different grinds kind of produce different flavorings. So if you grind something to a cafetiere standard, don't go putting it into a paper filter. It will taste weird, and vice versa. So, and again, then proportion is the correct amount of coffee per milliliters of water. So for 180 milliliters of water, it's 10 grams of coffee. If you want to have a weaker coffee, still do the correct proportions and then just add some more hot water afterwards. So do the correct portion, half fill your cup with the correct proportion coffee and then top it up with hot water, because otherwise it'll just make everything taste weird. And since I've kind of learned this, I've been practicing and playing around at home with coffee, and I've really noticed the difference, forcing the incorrect proportion or the incorrect grind, and it just, you notice things. It's like wine tasting. Everybody's like, oh, wine tasting. And I'm like, I'm getting odor of pretentiousness and getting drunk. Now that I do it with coffee, I'm like, oh my God, I really realize the difference. So I know that about an inch from the top is 900 milliliters of water is about an inch from the top. So I put 50 grams of coffee into here. I'm going for the Starbucks signature blend. I really should know. Espresso blend. Coffee straight out of the kettle. Hot water straight out of the kettle. Not straight off boiling. You've got to I've let this boil. It's been cooling down for about 5 minutes. So we're gonna add, ooh, ASMR, ooh, boiling hot water, ooh. And then what you need to do is you need to let coffee brew for about 4 minutes. So we're gonna put that to one side. We're gonna leave that for 4 minutes. I'm gonna grab my glass. I'm gonna grab my whiskey. Where is the shot glass? I had a shot glass here. I will be back in a second. I'm gonna go find a measure. I have found a measure. Now, this is kind of one of the fundamental moments of making a specialty coffee. So the higher your alcohol content, the more sugar that you need to put into it. Otherwise, it's gonna cause your cream to just kind of dive straight down and look like a tapeworm. It's best the way to describe it. So obviously put as much alcohol in that you want. However, more alcohol content means more sugar. So first and foremost, actually, no, I'm not going to do that. That's not what I need to be doing right now. I'm going to put that to one side. What we actually need to be doing is prepping our cream. Now, I've already prepped the cream. You need to give the cream a little bit of a whisk, just to kind of froth it up a little bit, just thickens it out, but use double cream. I've already done this, so got that in its nice milk jug. What we're going to do is we are going to put in, so like I was saying, we need to have the correct kind of, it's almost like the proportion of coffee, the correct proportion of sugar to alcohol. So, because I'm using monkey shoulder, I have good taste. Because I'm using monkey shoulder, I'm going to use 25 ml of monkey shoulder, and I'm going to use 2 teaspoons of sugar. Obviously, like I said, you need to then increase your sugar content for the amount of alcohol that you're going to have. And next, we are going to press our coffee. When you press coffee in a cafetiere, don't push down very suddenly, because otherwise half the time it will launch out the spout. Who's messaging me? Jay Reeves. Hi, Jay. No, don't. My Siri's about to go. Ring me, Jay Reeves. No, don't ring Jay Reeves. No.
Calling Jay Reeves.
Don't call. Oh my God. She can be like, what are you doing? She's a colleague of mine. Anyway, she can ring me back and be like, what are you talking about? Why are you ringing me? Like, I'm sorry. Anyway, like I was saying, so you don't want to push down too fast with this because you will just launch out of the spout. But once you've kind of got an inch away from the top of the water, you're not going to have any major issues. So good bit of pressure, get it all the way down. This is why I hate my Apple Watch, because it'll just randomly do things. I'll be on the phone to my fiance and they'll be like, sorry, I don't understand what you're talking about. I'm like, nobody asked for your information. Nobody asked you to get involved. Why are you talking to me? It's like half of the people, it's just half of the people. It's not even like I don't like people, it's I don't like people. I have a very select few people I do like. But yeah, a lot of the times I'm like, why are you talking to me? Go away. Come on, let's get down to business. To defeat the Huns. That was really weird and unnecessary. So, I just launched sugar everywhere. So first things first, get this wig hair out of my lip gloss. First things first, add a little bit of your coffee to the glass. Now, some people swear by heating the glass up first. Obviously, it will just make you drink last that little bit longer. It just means that obviously your drink doesn't cool down, allows you to, that hair is back in the lip gloss. Again, it allows your drink not to cool down too much. Next, we're going to add our alcohol, 25 ml of monkey shoulder. Now, I'm not generally a whiskey person. I can't remember how I came about this bottle. I think I got gifted this at a whiskey tasting night. Somebody gave it to me and I'm like, I don't drink whiskey, but thank you very much. I really, really appreciate it. Give that a stir in. And then top off. And what you want to do is you want to go for about, not quite a centimetre from the top, but not half a centimetre from the top. It's a difficult proportion and balance to hit. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you in closer so that we can concentrate on pouring the cream on top. Welcome. So, cream, teaspoon. This is either going to go really, really well or it's not going to work at all. And this was always one of the bits that I struggled with when doing specialty coffee. So if this goes well and correct first time, I'm going to be very, very impressed and not cry. So what you want to do is you want to slightly break the, word of the day, meniscus. It's basically the film on top of water that creates the balance. You want to slightly break the meniscus at the edge of the glass. bring your cream as close as you can to the teaspoon and pour. You want to pour quite slowly, and as you're doing it, bring the teaspoon out of the cream or along with the cream, leveling it up. It worked. First time. I am very, very impressed with myself. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Speciality Coffee. Just like looking around, I'm like, does it look good on that side as well? Or does it look awful? I'm going to just turn it around because it looks better from this angle. It looks better from this side, I'm sure. So yeah, some people don't mind it if it like kind of collapses in. This was just kind of examination standard that you wanted to be able to prove that you could layer it correctly and produce that like nice dark line. Some people drink the coffee straight through the cream. Some people stir it in. I am one of those weirdos who... This is going to go very, very badly. I can tell you that already because I don't drink dairy anymore. I haven't done for a while. Excuse you. So dairy generally doesn't agree with me and doesn't agree with me very quickly. So I'm going to taste it and then I'm going to go to the toilet. Overshare time, I know. So much fun. Just what you wanted. But yeah, drink it through the cream. That tastes absolutely stunning. And there's already cream down the side. So yeah, that is... I keep smashing my ring because I'm engaged. Keep hitting the ring on the sideboard. That is a Speciality Coffee. That tastes delicious. I'm not going to lie. I might like scrape the cream off the top and finish the rest of it just plain black. Right, I shall see you later. Bye, hunties.